According to research by TalentSmart, one of the world's largest emotional intelligence training companies, 90% of top performers have high EQ and make on average $29,000 more per year in annual salary. To help you understand how a high EQ translates into making more money and to becoming a top performer, I'd like to introduce you to the concept of social emotional performance. To understand social emotional performance, let me ask you 4 questions. So, how would you like to have more confidence? Maybe you're shy or don't have the confidence to stand up for yourself. Maybe having inner self-confidence or a certain swagger could help you in different areas of your life. So, how about improved learning and development? Perhaps you'd like to get better grades at school or to master new skills at work. How about enjoying meaningful relationships? Maybe you're looking for a romantic partner, improving an existing relationship, or just simply feeling isolated and would like to join or build a community of like-minded people. And how about actualizing your leadership potential? Leadership doesn't have to mean that you're necessarily the boss. It may mean that you'd like more influence or you have a vision you'd like to achieve. Perhaps, deep down you're a leader and you need help in reaching your full potential. If you said yes to any or maybe even all of these, you're interested in social emotional performance. If you're a parent, what would these qualities mean to your children and their future? If you're a manager, how much more productive would your organization become? These benefits represent the 4 quadrants of social emotional performance that comes from a high EQ. High EQ means you'll have high emotional intelligence, or simply that you're intelligent about your emotions. High EQ then translates into social emotional agility. To be socially and emotionally agile means you recognize emotional and social patterns accurately and then respond with the appropriate timing. Think of it like the physical agility needed to do extreme sports, just applied to social and emotional situations. Then there's social emotional responsibility, which allows us to take ownership for our actions. When we accept responsibility, we can operate with accountability and integrity. It means we do what we say we're going to do, and when we don't, we own up to it and we change. Now, finally, high EQ helps us actualize our leadership potential. When we practice all 4 quadrants, we achieve emotional maturity. But it takes social maturity to become a leader that influences and inspires. Social maturity means that you're not only willing to be responsible for yourself, but you'll also be responsible for helping others grow and reach their full potential. We like to say that you're not a leader if you just have followers. Real leaders make other leaders. So to expand these 4 quadrants for social emotional performance, a traditional way to look at them is like this. Self-awareness: we cannot become intelligent emotionally unless we learn to become aware of our emotions first. It all starts here. Emotional regulation: we can struggle with learning and development because our emotions hold us back. For example, if we're laden with fear and anxiety in school or at work, our brains are not available to explore, develop new skills, or store new information for long-term retention. Social emotional agility allows us to be regulated in any situation, especially in learning and development. Social skills: it takes skills to develop meaningful relationships. Skills like communication, conflict management, and empathy. All of these help us take social emotional responsibility and develop self-concept clarity. So what is self-concept clarity? All great leaders have a clear concept about who they are, who they want to be, and whom they want to be themselves with. That's what social emotional maturity is all about. So think of it this way. Self-awareness is knowing yourself. Self-regulation is controlling yourself. Social skills are how you manage yourself with others. And self-concept clarity is staying true to yourself and your identity. There's an order to developing each of these quadrants and the associated benefits. You always start with emotional intelligence. From emotional intelligence, you can develop social emotional agility and social emotional responsibility. Once you've done that, everything comes together for social maturity to help you become a leader. The problem is traditional education and training focuses on the fourth and final quadrant first. Unfortunately, we can't become leaders until we've set a foundation. It is the reason that our most effective leaders, the kind society needs, have high emotional intelligence, emotional agility, and are willing to take emotional responsibility. So there you have it, the benefit of high EQ for social emotional performance. If you think a higher EQ would benefit you, your family, or organization, you might be interested in Equip. We've developed the fastest way to train your brain for emotional intelligence to increase social emotional performance. And we'd love to have you join us.